Welcome back to Mod Muso, where we dissect classics from yesteryear with a trusty guitar, and today is no exception. Going back to 1966 with the anthem from Spencer Davis Group titled Gimme Some Lovin, co-written by Muff Winwood, Spencer Davis, and of course Steve Winwood, blue-eyed soul vocalist and the powerhouse behind the Hammond organ sound. With the trusty info riff, we have a reverse octave bounce. So what do I mean by that? Well, basically we're going to start with a G note on the 5th fret, 4th string. We're going to play this 5 times and an 8th note interval. And then we're going to jump to the top string, 3rd fret. I'm going to play the G note once again, which is 1 octave lower, and play once. This repeats for a total of 4 bars. So we move on to our first set of chords, our first set of triad chords, which is what follows the intro riff and is still classed as the introduction. The first one being a G triad, which sits on fret 3, string 2, fret 4, string 3, and fret 5, string 4. Think of it like walking up some steps with your fingers and try and avoid playing any open strings above or below. The next chord we have is a C triad, and as we're doing there is a mini bar on the 5th fret, the same strings 4, 3 and 2. And we're going to bounce between those two chords. The timing for this is you'll be playing the G on the 1, and then you'll be playing the C on the 2 and. 1 and 2 and. Very nice. So now we're going to move on to the rest of the intro chords. This is what replicates the famous Hammond organ sound right at the beginning of the tune. So what you're going to do is you're going to place your 2nd finger on the 6th fret, 2nd string, and your 3rd finger on the 7th fret, 4th string. And this is a G7. So this G7 is played for 1 bar, and then we go into a little triplet pattern that goes from the C to the G7 to the C. For example, the intro in full leading into the verse sounds like this. Moving on to the verse chords, nothing we haven't played already, so fairly straightforward. We have 2 chords in total for the full progression, the G triad to the C triad, which sounds something like this. Okay, we got the nice catchy climb and the pre-chorus. This time I'm going to work through some bar chords, full bar chords. The first one being G major. This is on the 3rd fret with our bar finger, and we're in the shape of E major on frets 4 and 5. We then move to the 1st fret with our bar finger and the 3rd fret on strings 4, 3 and 2 in the shape of A major. This is now the B flat chord. Keep the same shape. We move to the 3rd fret with our bar finger and the 5th fret with our A shape. That's the C chord. Keeping with the same shape once again, for ease, we're going to move all the way to the 6th fret and the 8th fret, which is your E flat. The pre-chorus runs for 4 bars, and the strum pattern has changed slightly there, which is down, down, up, down, up. Now I'm going to move to the chorus, which is exactly the same as the verse, but I always tend to use bar chords for this one as well. We're going to go back to the G, and then we're going to move to the C, which is on the same fret, the 3rd fret with our bar finger, and of course we've got the A shape on the 5th fret. So that progression in full will sound something like this. Now, if you're a fan of that 60s sound, a fan of guitar, a fan of learning music, then this playlist on screen will have you covered every step of the way.